Disclaimer. The content presented in this program, graphic, video, or discussion, reflects the personal opinions, commentary, and viewpoints of the individuals speaking. These views do not necessarily represent, reflect, or speak on behalf of EMP Network, its affiliated companies, management, staff, performers, or partners. EMP Network does not endorse or accept responsibility for personal statements, allegations, opinions, or commentary made during this presentation. Viewer discretion is advised. Certain topics, statements, screenshots, receipts, or situations discussed may involve sensitive subject matter, personal disputes, or circumstances that some viewers may find uncomfortable or upsetting. Please understand that situations discussed may continue to develop and additional information may become available after this presentation. The opinions expressed are those of the individual speaker only and are not the official position of EMP Network.
Yeah, you told your story and now it's time to answer back. Fine print. Bring the receipts. Receipts. We got every single page. Every lie you told is coming out the cage. You can twist the truth, but the facts don't change. You play with the fire, now you're paying for the flames. Receipts. Better stand on what you said. You were building up a story while the truth was playing dead. Now the proof is on the table, every word getting checked. When you lie upon our name, better come with some respect. Talking real loud when nobody could reply, making fiction sound official, dressing rumors up as facts, but the screenshots never vanish and the timestamps don't lie. Now we're pulling every file and we're answering you back. You wanted an audience, we brought evidence, every contradiction looking relevant, fine print reading every line you skip. Now the truth hits hard when the story gets flipped. Yeah, now the truth hits hard when the story gets flipped. We're asleep. We got every single page, every lie you told is coming out the cage. You can twist the truth, but the facts don't change. You play with the fire, now you're paying for the flames. We understand on what you said. You were building up a story while the truth was playing dead. Now the proof is on the table, every word getting checked. When you lie upon our name, better come with some respect. Not affiliation, these opinions are our own, but if you throw under stone, better check your glass home. You can run from the truth, but the truth keeps pace. Every lie has a price and it's time you pay. No threats, just facts, let the record speak. You were feeling real strong, now your story looking weak. You made it all public, so we're clearing our name. When the receipts hit the table, nothing stays the same. Every message, every track, you had your time to talk, now it's time to answer back. Receipts, fine print, true do now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a first episode of Fine Print in a very, very long time. And like it said, these are solely my opinions. I'm sure a lot of people think the same way I do, but I'm not going to, speak for anybody else. I'm going to speak to you for what I know. And a lot of this stuff is personal, public knowledge. I may have some DMs in there, but a lot of this stuff they had said publicly. So a lot of this stuff I just brought to surface and just, made you guys see and realize what kind of scum they really are. But like I said, welcome. The reason why I'm doing this, I had a lot of mixed reactions. I had some people that say, yeah, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and expose the fines for what they are. Go ahead and show everybody that Demo and Anthony are the two most worst scumbag of people that they ever walked the face of the earth. But then I was told, you're better than that, Wappo. Well, I'm going to go with real names. You're better than that, Eddie. Why are you going to stoop to that level? Why? Because I let them talk for 2 months. And if it was true facts, I might have stood away from the cameras and stuff. I might have not said anything, not brought anything to light. But I'm going to show you guys that they're going to throw stones at glass houses, that there's truth to every side. There's 3 sides that you got to think about. Their side, my side, and the truth. But I'm going to start you off with something that that's very new in this whole situation. I'm going to show you the kind of people they are. I'm going to show you the kind of people that are vindictive and try to take me down, and show why Bomber, Demetrius, and Anthony are very jealous of me. I'm going to show you why they know that the best thing to do is lay low and even quit the universe, because nobody wants anything to do with them. Without further ado, here's Exhibit A.
Petty shit that didn't even need to be here, and we were handling it, stress us out. But now we have somebody that is gonna do that for us. Tosonamis, are you excited about this?
Hey, sometimes you need to delegate. And we're here right now, we're going to delegate. So,
All right.
go ahead.
So
Go
let's
do your
present.
delegation.
So let's present the man that's gonna be keeping all you guys in check, and is gonna be a big part of this Defiance season and the promo pit. Let's introduce him, Tosonamis.
What's going on, promo artists and promo artist lovers? It is your man, the BWO champion, the #1 champion in the EMP network, Don Krypton. And yes, I am here in Defiance. And I know I've said in other circles that I would never come here simply because it wasn't my speed, but what's going on, y'all? It's your man, Don Krypton, BWO World Heavyweight Champion, and still. Last night, there was an announcement made that I was going to be the new general manager of Defiance. That was a choice that I made of my own free will. I did not ask anyone's approval of that, and not that anyone's approval matters, but after a few heated discussions, debates, and cooler heads coming up with compromises, I will be stepping away from that role as GM of Defiance.
Let's discuss this a little bit, shall we? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the fact that this happened less than 24 hours into his announcement of being GM. And let me not, shit on Don Krypton, because he's one of the best in the game. He is good when it comes to administration. He's good when it comes down to being a talent. But let's talk about the fact. Let's address the elephant in the room, shall we? Donstradamus and Bomber, they were out to get EMP for the longest time. In fact, they weren't even out to get EMP. They were out to get me. They didn't care about how they did it, the way they handled it. They just was so bent and butthurt of the fact that I didn't go and stay in Defiance, that they were willing to just throw my name in the dirt every chance they got. Whatever show they were on, whenever they were on screen, Wappo, aka Violator, was always in their mouth. How it tastes. But see, karma has always been on my side for God knows how long. Every time something happens, karma is in my side. Let's be honest, okay? Let's be honest. Don Krypton. Would you have really picked Don Krypton to be your GM if he was signed with the EMP Network? Have you picked Don Krypton to be a GM the last 3 or 4 years that you've been around? No, you haven't. The reason why is because you want to throw it in EMP Network and my face that you signed Don Krypton as your new GM. Let me let you in on a little secret. 3 years ago, I didn't have as much influence, as you say, on this promo verse. You're going to sit here and literally say, fuck BWO, fuck Bones, but yet still come out here and smile and say, we got your champion as our GM. How does that look? How does that feel? See, I have authority from reliable sources stating that you guys are on your last legs. You guys are literally trying to shut down again because you got nobody that wants to work with you guys, because you shun everybody away, because you guys think that you are the Promoverse. You guys think that you are what makes this world go round. The hilarious thing is you have to back yourself in the corner in the wasteland to get even relevance. Nobody watches stuff. Nobody cares about that stuff. So you can stay over there in that side of the promoverse, because what you need to understand is you come out here talking about how I'm a snake, talking about how I'm a traitor, talking about how I am a cancer, which that's what I'm leading to the next segment, I would say, of me being a cancer. That word been thrown around several times from Demetrius himself. Don't believe me?
I'm just gonna plain and flat out say it. El Wappo, Matty, all them niggas are the cancer of the promoverse. And they are here. There's going to be continuous problems. There's going to be continuous things of Justin handling shit with El Wappo. Like, what the fuck? But it gets that y'all guys support cancers. That's what it's looking like.
Are they? Are they really supporting cancers? Because the funny thing is you didn't really care about this universe. You didn't care about what's going on here. Because every time you was in the promoverse, it was when you wanted something. You was watching like a hawk trying to get me canceled, I guess you would say. Me and T are cancers? Really? It goes to show how important the EMP network is to the promoverse, because we are very strong allies. If you don't believe me, check this out. That seems very, very cancerous. That seems very, why would you even team up with somebody, with two people that had a vision to put everybody together, had a vision to make everything strong? I mean, hell, look at that. Over the top of the EMP globe, BWO. BWO is one of the most, they don't trust people. They want to find a safe space. And man, if I was so cancerous, why would they find a safe space within the EMP network? Why would you hate on Haywood for trying to make things better, for trying to get a bridge to Gap? Why would you try to ruin that? Because of your jealousy and your hatred towards me. But it doesn't matter anyway, because you're not in the universe anymore. It doesn't matter because you left yourself. You're going to sit here and claim that I try to get you guys canceled, that we wanted you guys gone. But we didn't. You just chose to play. You just chose not to play ball. You chose to go and do your own thing. And I don't know where this place or where this word, this gospel saying that you guys did a lot for the universe, did a lot for the promoverse, did a lot for anybody. Because all you did was look out for yourselves. All you did was come out and say, oh, Wappo, you go and copy everybody's stuff. But 2 years ago, you were telling me that if I go to Haywood, he would steal my stuff. It's funny how you're just, wishy-washy. It's funny how you like to play the fence, but you finally got caught, didn't you? You and Anthony are the two most conniving snake individuals that I've ever met in my life. And let me tell you, I'm not slandering you. Everything I'm putting up here is everything that came out your mouth, everything that you guys said. So you can get that slandering out the window. Oh, shit. Well, I'm going to go on to another, piece of audio of somebody who, claims that he's for the universe.
And y'all told me if shit happens to come in here and talk to you guys, and that's exactly what I did. I could have easily went on EWN, went on all these pages and shitted on a Wappo. And then if I would have did that, I would have been the one in trouble, right? Because that's how it always is. I'm always the one in trouble when everybody else is antagonizing me.
You know what's hilarious? You come out here and always play the victim. Woe is me. Woe is Dimitri. Every time. It's like, you attacking me. This is your fault. I'm only doing this because of you. I mean, there are several people in this place that you've been in chat rooms. You've been in locker rooms. You've been on pages. All you are is a cancer, bro. And I'm throwing that word around because that's the word that you know best because of your New York City education, right? You see, I grew up in New York City. 3.9, graduated from high school there, got a bachelor's degree. I have a New York City education, and that's your excuse that you're going with? Hey, to each his own. But like I said, I mean, you brought to light your girl and her problems, your problems. Everybody knows how you guys are. You go asking for money. you know, you got a lot of stuff that you do and say that hurt the community, and we still with open arms. I don't know how many chances that everybody gave you. Hell, we having that HSP last final championship versus champions. I think I said that right. And they invited you. Out of all people, they invited you. That's crazy work. I'm getting off topic. Ooh-sa. Whew. Anyway, you talk about how you was going to shit on me all over EWN, right? Which is hilarious because I had put 2 to 3 posts that was magically taken down, right? Because somebody was butthurt. Evidently, somebody who wants to talk about, oh, I will go to EWN and shit all over El Wappo. It's funny because I found out who took down the page. I found out who was the one that got butthurt.
Yeah, I mean, anyone who's come to me and asked for me to remove stuff from the page, I've said the same thing to them. I'll say the same thing to you now as well. Just because I remove it from the page does not mean I'm taking sides.
Oh, Demetrius. You come out here and talk all this shit, trying to act all tough. You talk all this shit like you're something. Like you talk about people's views, which by the way, the roster review got what 29 after you done 29 minutes off the air. I don't know when's the last. I don't think I ever seen you do triple views. It doesn't matter. I'm not even all about views, but what I'm saying is you come out here and you talk about everybody's product, how your product's the best, bar none. But you come back, right? Didn't you have champions? Did you have people that like Morty, that he busted his ass and won the title, and you didn't even invite him, you didn't even ask him, you didn't even say, hey Morty, we're coming back, I want you to be our world champion. No, you just slimed your way around through the back door, trying to make people feel sorry, trying to come out here and spin the narrative, go on shit shows and bud shows or whatever, and try to say your piece. You come out here and try to align yourself with the people that majority of people do not like. And Jimmy might be a nice guy in the real world. He might be. But as far as this game, nobody wants to touch him. Because association, you're as bad as your company, right? I mean, that's just how it rolls. Speaking of bad as a company, there's another thing that you said. Another thing that you go and talk about how biased our judges are, talk about how biased people are and everything. Let me just roll this clip, man.
Well, both men came out swinging. Unfiltered said a lot of things, and but Dax Riot, I have to agree with what Manny said though. The makeup was kind of the distracting, but I feel like the intensity and what he had to say, like, it put that shit in the back burner, man. Unfiltered, I'm used to seeing that from Unfiltered. I'm used to hearing him saying that he's the best out of everybody and yada, 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 and all this other crap in the world. You understand what I'm saying? I'm used to that. But Dax brought something different, and he brought the intensity, and you could tell that he really wanted this match. He really wanted to be unfiltered, and I think I'm going to have to go with Dax Riot, man.
So with...
Well, the thing is, too, is that Dax Riot also mentioned that Unfiltered's getting paid for this. So is Unfiltered really down with Revolt, or he's just doing it because he's getting the money? You feel me? Dax Riot's been here since he began. He's been riding for Revolt from the bad times to the good times. He's always been there.
Never once was he riding for another league harder than he's riding for Revolt. That's an amazing statement.
When it comes to Revolt, I think he's the man of Revolt, and he just proved that tonight.
And it's crazy how this match developed. I mean, this is a man that wanted Unfiltered or Phil Marshall, actually.
Oh, my God! This is what he does! This is what he flipping does! It's illegal! Alien!
Shout out to the Unfiltered. I told him that I would do that for him because that's the kind of guy I am. But anyways, let's talk about that. Let's talk a little bit about how you talk about how everybody's biased or how everybody, nobody can judge right, But the funny thing is what you just did in Revolt, what you just said was crazy work. You're talking about how just because he got paid, that means he doesn't ride for Revolt. What does it matter? It doesn't matter. Well, see, this okay. I'm gonna say this. Okay, I'm gonna say that if you get paid, I think the owner or whoever's in charge of the promotion can do whatever they want. But you're trying to say just because he gets paid and he don't ride that he should lose. I thought this was all about the best promo wins. Also, you come out here and say how distracting his makeup was and everything, but yet he did the better promo. I mean, I really think that everybody should watch this promo and see the screw job that happened. It's amazing. You're gonna sit here and say that he deserved the win because he rides for Revolt, because he rides, for a situation. Look at TMX. TMX rides for Ace. TMX. He's one of the guys that, he gets his wins now and then, and he's gotten really, really good. Well, better. But that doesn't mean we give him automatic wins just because he rides for Ace or the EMP network. The thing about it, Bomber, is you come out here and you talk all this rubbish, and we all know, because I have, like I said, I have a lot of connections right now. I have on good authority that the only two judges are you and Thomas. And I know the third judge, but I'm not going to put him out there. So when you two judging, of course, I what's the word I'm looking for? Bias. Because you come out here and whoever's given Defiance 100%, you reward them with a win no matter how good somebody else's promotion is. I've seen it. You've done it to me, buddy. You've done it to me. Trust me. But I don't hold grudges. I'm just, like I said, I'm letting this all air out. I'm just answering back what you said, for the last 2 months, which is fucking crazy. Fucking crazy, man. And the shit about it is you talk like you're a tough guy, but we all know you're not tough, Mr. Lancaster. We know that you're not from the Bronx. We know you don't have that skills. We know every time your ass talks and gets really nervous, all you do is go, right? You sound like a lawnmower trying to start that needs gas. But we're not going to go there. I'm not here to make fun of you. I'm not here to roast you. I'm here to say the flat out truth. And the flat out truth is you're nothing but a keyboard warrior. The flat out truth is you're nothing but a person that acts tough when the going gets tough. But I guarantee you're one of those people that if, you find out anybody's dress or whatever, it's just all talk. All talk. I mean, just listen to this.
Bro, you sound dumb. How you gonna call me racist, but you're equally racist? Because even before you cut that promo, calling him a honky and a redneck and all this shit, you were saying mad racist remarks in the BWO chat. And then you use the boy's kids. You use his kids without his permission. How would you like it if I use your kids in a promo without your permission? You're not gonna like that. That's way worse. That's what you did is way worse than Shady saying the N-word. So should come on, bro. You're the one that's dumb. You're the one that's not making sense. And if you're really about that life, then do something about it, bro. But I'm not gonna continue having this conversation with you, bro. Like, if anything, everybody else could be scared of you, Bones, but I'm not scared of you, bro. I could give you my address. Let's see if you're really about that life. And and give me your address. Like, if you really want to do this. Like, I'm not playing with y'all guys, bro. Like this ain't a fucking game, bro. I didn't do nothing to you for you to be fucking talking shit and doing all this fucking shit when you're equally wrong. You're equally wrong.
He's still hanging out on like 2 or 3 years ago when Bones and Shady had that promo of pain that they both agreed to, knew what was going on. I don't want to say ill on Shady because he's not here to protect himself, and I'm not, I don't have qualms with him. But during that time, he did throw the N-word around just to rustle some feathers. But hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they did their match. The match happened. I'm not going to say much about it. If you want to hear and see everything that went down and see, you know, what Demetrius is talking about. The promo pane is on my page on the fine print, and you get to see what it's talking about. I mean, it was a hell of a match, anyways. And they knew, like I said, they signed on the dotted line. They knew they were getting into. They knew how, you know, hot it was going to get, and it got pretty hot. But I can guarantee, you know, when you know Bones used the kids, it wasn't malicious. It wasn't like he's putting it out to be. But I don't know. I got this picture, and I don't know who's or where it's from or what it is. But maybe one of y'all could help me. What is that? Where is that? I don't know. I'm just curious because it looks familiar, but it don't. Maybe somebody can help me out there. Anyways, so yeah, man. I mean, he's a big keyboard. All he does is sit there and runs his mouth. Trust me, I knew the guy for years. Okay, know exactly who he is and what he does. So, and there's another thing that he tried to put in my name, try to, you know, scandal, make me look bad, make me look why the reason why I left Defiance, and this is the reason why he puts out there
about this shirt. F-Bomb was the faction that me and Wappo was in PWR when we first started. We got an award, best faction of the year in our company that year. Me and Wappo won tag team titles in this club right here, F-Bomb.
You were tight with Wappo at a point?
Bro, me and Wappo was like me and Tostadames. What do you mean? I talk to El Wappo. I used to talk to El Wappo every day until he got mad in Defiance because we had to pay for a belt. And then, you know, shit happened.
Well, I mean, that's why I'm a big proprietor of not having real.
Again, spinning the narrative. I don't understand why this guy's not dizzy all the time, because that's what he likes to do, is spin the narrative. I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna say me and him were good friends for a while. Yeah, he called me all the time and we talked. You know, everything was cool. We teamed together. We knew each other. Everything. You know, I mean, I dealt with his little fights with his little girl. I dealt with his breakup with his girl. I dealt with the fact that he, you know, with his car accident. I'm not gonna just go into all that anyway, but I dealt with all that stuff. Now, what he's talking about with the belt situation was when Defiance was made, we was talking about the belts, creating the belts, everything was going smooth and everything. But I guess we didn't come with a decision of what we wanted to do, basically. Myself, I thought that title was ugly. It's my opinion. I mean, I don't like their title. That's the title we actually did all come up with. I don't like it. But the belt money, that's what he's talking about. What he's talking about is a lot of the thing happened because of the belt. See, because what happened was, in fact, I'll just show it to you and you can read it. So what that's saying is right off the rip, when we first started, he didn't have money to put up for that belt. And all he kept saying was, oh, but nobody has money like you, Wappo. Nobody has money bags. You got a house and you got this. And I earned my shit, motherfucker. Okay? I grew up fucking poor. All right? So don't fucking come out here and try to say I'm rich or try to spin that shit. I earned my shit. Okay? Just because you like to live the minimal life, you know, with shitty places to live and paying rent and sharing, you know, being roommates with Cockroach Mike, that's on you. But don't ever, you know, try to spin a narrative that I was rich and things were handed to me. Nothing never was handed to me. And that's what pisses me the fuck off. But anyway, back to the situation. You come out here and you say, oh, I can't give my money back. Well, hold on a second. Let me just show you what I'm talking about.
Well, to be honest, man, if you guys could pay your half, I'm going to have to pay mine when I'm ready and I'm working. Because obviously, you know, guys know my situation and stuff. And, like, my money right now is going to bills and shit. Because, you know, so I would definitely get the money to you guys, $84. But it ain't going to be like this week or next week. So probably in November.
See what I'm saying? That's exactly what I'm saying. How good is it? Like, you come out here and you're making a league, right? And we actually trying to get the belts made. And yet you tell me and Tonster that you are going to pay later on, that we're going to have to put up for your side. I mean, I've dealt with that in other places and stuff, but I mean, you're first starting, and yet you're already asking for a hand-me-down. I mean, there's times he asks me for gas money. That's fine. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But that's not here, there. But don't come at me telling me or telling everybody that you try to tell that I left because of belt problems. You're the one with the belt problem. Hell, you were the one with the money problem. So don't do that. Just don't do that. All right, so there was times that they came out here and said that we try to shut them down. That we, me, the EMP network, that we was on a mission to shut them down. They were like, if we was on a roadmap, they're that little town that if you blink, you would miss. Why would we try to waste our time to take you down? That's what I don't get. I mean, you're not the only one that was jealous of our growth. You're not the only one that was jealous of the way EMP was going. And I understand it's because everybody had to stay with freaking with Tim. You know, everybody wanted him to fail, and I knew there was something in him that he wouldn't fail. And that pissed you off because I left Defiance and I decided to go and start another. See, here's the thing. You want to come out here and say something and talk about Josh Steele, right? Josh Steele. Okay. Steele was trying to start a league with me, right? Which I'm glad. I'm so glad that didn't work out. But you guys went in his inbox and you guys went in his ear and said, don't trust him. Don't trust him. And Josh was your boy back then. Josh was your boy. So he said he wouldn't work with me. But it's all good, like I said, because about 6 months to a year later, I met up with the EMP network. And with that being said, I became one of the most successful promoters, whatever you want to call it, in all of the EFED. Okay? Just the proof's in the pudding. Just that's all I'm saying. Now, he said, I'm trying to figure this out, because I got so much shit that I got to say. So he tried to say we try to shut him down. Here's proof. This right here is Defiance going out the first time. Defiance going out because let me bring this to light, because this is good right here. This is one of the biggest thing right here. So he goes in my DMs, which I will have the DMs out there later to show you. But he goes into my DMs and he says a bunch of shit. Okay, I have him on restriction because I don't want to deal with his punk ass. About a week later, I see his message. Rightfully so. I answer him back and I say everything that I wanted to say. I told him off or whatever. And meanwhile, him and Justin and Haywood, they made a truce. So at that time, when the truce was made, I already done my damage. And Haywood went to me talking about a truce. He wanted me to be the better man, and I wouldn't do it. I'm be the one to say I was hard-headed. And I was like, fuck him. So that was a big thing. And I want to apologize to them because they were just trying to make it the betterment. But being that this happened, and I know it's tiring because I know Haywood hated that me and him fought all the time. It's been going on for years. But I owned up to it. He's talking about no accountability is taken. All they wanted to do was get me thrown out. That's all they were worried about, was having me thrown out. They didn't care about anything but that. So they used something happened in Ace. We didn't watch a video like we should have, and I took full accountability for that. And I said, listen, I didn't have time to watch it, whatever. That's my fault. Okay, it's my fault. So we took accountability for that, but they wanted to make it a whole racial thing and it was just a big thing that they turned it into. When Luke himself told me that he wasn't even that mad at that situation, and I spoke to him. But it's okay because it's all said and done, because he'll come out and say that he's not going to promo no more. But yeah, he's promoting 7 different places. But that's a different story. I'm not here for that. I'm not here for that. I'm here to tell you that everything so far that I showed you was a bunch of bullshit that he comes out and spins narrative. And it's probably not me he talks about like that. He probably talks about a lot of people like that. You know what I'm saying? So the fact of them coming out here with no proof, with no receipts, kills me. It kills me. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not slandering them. I'm not coming out here and making shit up. You heard their voices. You've heard everything that they said. I'm just bringing back what they said to show you. Because maybe a lot of people don't pay attention, but that's neither here nor there. But when all that happened, he went to Haywood and said that I wish death on him on my personal page because somebody brought it to his attention, but yet he didn't have the receipts to prove it. The receipts that he had was what I said to him that broke the truce.
And El Wappo has wished death on me the night I got sent to the hospital because numerous people showed me screenshots of his personal Facebook page. So, yeah, I don't want to hear shit. And for the record, I'm going to say it again because people don't seem to understand what the fuck's going on. Those hate messages I sent to Wappo was when everything happened. When everything happened and everything blew up and Wappo got left the thing, I went right in his inbox and I talked shit about him. He seen them and didn't answer at all. He didn't say shit to me. Okay? Why is it a week later?
I see true colors now. I see priorities. So he just gets away with it. All better. Go kill yourself, Bomber. You're still in the promo verse, big guy.
By the way, that goes to show what kind of punks they are because they waited till I left for them to talk all that shit. I mean, there's plenty more where I came from, but I just picked and chose because I could be here all night, but I'm not going to be. When he said that I even have a screenshot that I could have shown him saying that I could have probably missed it and didn't see it 2 weeks later. But he's over here saying that I, saw it and I didn't say nothing. Bullshit, because he knows and everybody here knows that if you say something, I respond right away because I'm a hothead sometimes. I mean, come on. Is that a lie? No, I'm bringing nothing but truth here in the fine print. So I just want to let y'all know that. Now, I'm coming down to an end right here. I'm going to show you these the next one that's going to be pretty much everything that he says shouldn't even count anymore because after this 2 months of shit that he's said, the second time he came around, he was in my inbox. He came to me and told me in fine print that it was not my fault. Everything that happened was his fault, and he was jealous. He was jealous of me. I have the written proof right here. I'll show you right now. You might want to pause it to see the conversation that we had because it's going to show that anywhere in that conversation that we had, I told him to kill himself. Hilarious, right? Hilarious how he talks all this shit on every show. That last message that said that he was jealous of me was about maybe 3 weeks 3 weeks ago. I'm right now. I don't have the timeline in my head, but I can get it. Obviously, I can get all the shit. But he's mad and he's talking all this shit and it's gonna expose all, because if you watch him and Tonster exposing all, they said nothing but lies. But anyway, regardless of the fact, if you go back and see what he just said, and he said that he was jealous of me, he admitted it in fucking right there. It says it. It says that he did all this because he was jealous and not in the right headspace. Telling me that he been in the game for 5 years and needed a break, a mental break. I've been in here 5 years. I take maybe a day or two, but that's no way to come and try to slander somebody because you need a break. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Receipts, because hopefully you guys see this and the people that have receipts want to just, clear their name. I'm here. I'm trying to do this once a month. And anybody can get in my inbox and come out here and hash it out. I'm not talking about sitting here and slandering somebody, sitting here and making stuff up and just trying to hurt somebody. No, this is called Receipts. This is where you answer back. This is where you come back and say everything that you need to say, that you need to come out here and make sure that you clear your name. Anyway, I'm going to say this one more time. This is not anything to do with the EMP network. They have no opinion on this. This is opinion on me, on Eddie, my opinion. I hope that you guys enjoy the show, and I hope that you see and can clearly tell who the snakes really are. I'm Wappo, and I will see you Wednesday for Overdrive.